Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again. It's really sunny today, so please ignore the sun in the background. I think the sun is about to set soon. It's quite sunny today. So today we're going to talk about Louis Vuitton's new arrivals. There's some new spring summer colors, and then we're also going to talk about Louis Vuitton sales commissions. I want to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about what I found out that the essays at Vuitton go through. I know they're called CAs. I'm going to call them essays. I know Vuitton have their own terminology. I don't really care. Okay. I'm going to use my terminology on here. So first, let's go through the new spring summer colors. So the Alma has new colors for spring. I think you can actually start to order these now if you're interested. I love all of these colors. Surprise, surprise, except the blue one. I just don't like blue. Blue's not my thing. But if blue's your thing, that's great. I'd love to hear what you think about this blue. This looks like a pale sky blue, the blue one. The yellow one looks super vibrant. That looks like sunflower yellow. It looks just so bright. Love it. I love all of these colors. I love the green one. It looks so verdant, so nourishing. It just looks so verdant. It looks like this really bright forest green and that beautiful bright pink. Yeah, just love all of them. These are coming in the epi leather. So like I said, these will be the spring summer colors for the Alma BB. So these are just for the Alma BB, and of course it will come with a strap. I'd love to know what you think about these colors. Like, do you like all of these colors? Are you interested in them? Are they a little bit too bright for you? If they're too bright for you, do you actually like the blue one? Maybe because that's a little bit more subtle, a little bit more discreet. What do you guys think about the green one as well? I think my favorite one here is the yellow one. I think that's a beautiful, you know, pop of color. For those of you who love color, but I think also if you don't like color, I do think the green one would be really great. I think the green one would look beautiful if you wear a lot of neutrals. Like you could wear that with like muted neutrals that have like color to them, like sage, or like a very, very pastel or very light mint green. I think this would also look really great with like a darker shade of green matched with it, or you could blend it with other colors. I think blending looks much better than directly matching as well, so that could look really nice. I actually love these colors. I think they look really, really good. So, you know, Vuitton, man, they're busy. Lunar New Year, I think, starts on the 1st of February 2022. So I'm sure we're going to see lots of new releases for Lunar New Year. I believe it's actually the year of the tiger as well. I was talking about this in my Facebook group, which, by the way, you should join. If you like my channel, you like me, or you like the vibe and stuff, please go join my Facebook group. I think you really like it there. You can post your own pictures and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna have tons of new releases. There are lots of new releases as well coming in January. Do you like when I cover these like Louis Vuitton new arrivals? Let me know if you like these types of videos. And also, of course, please consider subscribing, hitting notifications. I'm almost halfway through Vlogmas, having a great time. I even found this hat. Well, I didn't find it. I don't know why I keep saying that. My housekeeper found it and she gave it to me, and now I feel like I found it and it's just with me now all the time. So I really need to thank my housekeeper, because I was thinking about this hat. I was like, I swear we have it in storage, and she did find it. So that's great. Anyway, so those are the new Louis Vuitton colors. Guess what else is new at Louis Vuitton? But if you're a member of my Facebook group, you already know this. The Denim Nano Speedy, baby. But guess what? It is only for China. So if you are in China, you are so lucky, baby, because this is for you guys. It is a China only exclusive. Louis Vuitton do this regularly, where they create exclusives for the People's Republic of China. And I believe they did this with one of the hot bags. It was a China only exclusive, so many people couldn't get it, and they had to use personal shoppers who are based in Hong Kong. The personal shoppers in Hong Kong are going to have a field day, because I know they're going to be getting us so many requests for this bag. I bet you it's $2,000. I bet you it's 2,000 US dollars. I swear to God, this thing looks tiny and it looks like it costs literally just thousands and thousands. But I do think it's super cute. What do you guys think of this Nano Denim Speedy? Louis Vuitton have decided they're taking everyone's money on the 31st of December / the 1st of January. They've decided they're taking all of your money, okay? Because they're releasing all of these new things. So tell me what you think about this Nano Speedy in denim. I'm super curious. I must say, I would be a little bit nervous about getting this wet, but I do think it's absolutely gorgeous. So those are the new arrivals that are from Louis Vuitton. I'd love to know what you think about them. Make sure you tell me in the comments and you like this video. Now I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some stuff I found on the internet. Now, disclaimer, because I know I'm going to get people trying to fight me in the comments, okay? We're going to use the information I found. We're just going to use it as a benchmark for this video. It doesn't mean that all the information is right. You might know something different, and that's fine. We're just using it as a benchmark for this video. I am not saying that I'm the queen of Louis Vuitton investigations and information, okay? So I was on Glassdoor and I found out this info. There's an essay who shared the commission tiers for Louis Vuitton in the US. Now, this is just for the US. We're going to use it as a benchmark, though, for all the currencies. So 3% for exotics and hard-sided luggages, okay? And what else did she write? And she wrote 1% for leather and 0.25% for canvas. So canvas is literally pennies. Okay, it's nothing. In another review on Glassdoor, and by the way, I'll either link the review where that is said on Glassdoor, or I'll put a screenshot, an IMGA link, so you can see it. So you can see I didn't make this up, because I don't want anyone saying, where did you see that? So it'll be linked below somewhere. And then in another review, someone was like, for every Neverfull she sells, she gets $3 in the US, and that's her commission. Now, I want to kind of, because I think sometimes, like, when we talk about Louis Vuitton, we can't really imagine like what essays go through. Unless you are an entrepreneur, business person yourself, or you've worked in retail, you can't really know what they go through, okay? So I think Louis Vuitton's shift towards leather, hard-sided pieces, and exotics is because Louis Vuitton have basically realized something. Their brand is very accessible. So they get all types of people who want to buy the canvas bits and pieces, right? So you have all types of people who want to purchase canvas, which is fine, but you have less people buying leather, hard-sided, and exotics. However, you use the same effort, you use the same manpower, you use the same budget and the same resources to sell that Neverfull or that Speedy 25 for €1,000, and you also use the same resources to sell that Cotteville 40 trunk that's hard-sided for €12,000. The energy is the same, so why not put all of your energy into the people who spend more money? This is basic business 101. Louis Vuitton are not doing anything wrong, okay? The essays are not doing anything wrong. If you're an entrepreneur, you completely understand why they're making this move. Now, there are a lot of you I know who buy canvas only, and you're like, you know, there's so many videos, is Louis Vuitton discontinuing canvas? Louis Vuitton will discontinue canvas. I remember in this one Louis Vuitton group, a bunch of people were talking about the fact that in some Louis Vuitton boutiques, like they do put just leather on the shelves, but they don't put canvas on the shelves, but the canvas is there. And someone was saying, like, you know, they would never discontinue canvas, it's their bread and butter. You know, I think it was a really interesting comment, because it's not so much that it's their bread and butter, so much as that even in a business, you have to plan for the future. Of course, canvas is so important to them, and let me be clear, I don't look down on canvas. My favorite piece from Louis Vuitton is a canvas piece, so I like canvas, I have nothing against it. But I do like leather, and I do like their hard-sided pieces, and I do like their luggage pieces as well. So I think that what's kind of happening is that the essays have to function within this new business strategy, and there's no sign that Louis Vuitton is going to ditch their current business strategy and go back to canvas, because clearly they're making money with the current strategy. It's obviously working. If it wasn't working, they would have just quietly gone back to canvas. They're not. It's not going to happen. You can see this as well with the way they're pricing some of their canvas pieces. As I always tell you, my holy grail bag at Louis Vuitton is the Dauphine. The Dauphine is permanent, it's not going anywhere, so I'm not worried. However, the Dauphine has steadily been going up in price. I think the previous price before the increase was €2,520 in the EU. It is now 2,700. It will get increased again, 100% next year. It's going to happen. So you can see that they're pricing now their canvas pieces almost one-to-one to their leather bits. The Dauphine is more, in canvas, 2,700, is more expensive than the on-the-go GM, which is €2,100. That's crazy. So you can see there that they're saying, look, you are going to buy leather, or you're not going to shop from us, and we're fine with that. Okay. So now to go back to the sales associate commissions, let's use those numbers that I saw on Glassdoor that I've just told you, and let's just look and see at the mathematics of the whole thing. if an essay gets okay, if an essay gets like $3 for every Neverfull that he or she sells, they would have to sell 1,000 Neverfulls a month just to make $3,000 extra in commission. Or, okay, let's look at this instead. One of the, I think on the US site there was a Capucine. I don't know if it's still on the site anymore, but there was a Capucine that was going for, no, not the US site, the EU site, I beg your pardon. There was a twist in croc that was going for 20,000 euros, okay? Imagine just the commission on that, or even better yet, what about this one here? There's a Petite Boîte Chapeau in a croc on the EU site. It is currently going for 22,100 euros. The commission on that, using the number that was shared in the Glassdoor, would be, in the Glassdoor review, would be 663 euros. That would be the commission on that exotic croc Petite Boîte Chapeau, okay? 663 euros versus $3 for a Neverfull. So like getting to $3,000 or 3,000 euros, I mean, that would be very easy. All they'd have to do is sell 5 of those Petite Boîte Chapeaux, and they'd already be at more than 3,000 euros in a month in commission versus selling 1,000 Neverfulls. If you tell me I have to sell 1,000 Neverfulls to get $3,000 US, or you tell me I have to sell 5 croc Petite Boîte Chapeau exotic pieces, I think we all know which one we'd go for. We 100% would go to sell the exotic ones. Yes, it'll be harder. I know there'll be those of you saying, no, well, again, not everyone's like you, not everyone likes exotics. You're absolutely right. Not everyone is like me. Exotics are an acquired taste. Exotics are very niche. They're for a specific type of client. But guess what? Someone who buys, you know, a Birkin 25 in ostrich, they might be interested in that piece. Someone who buys a Fendi Peekaboo, you know, in Python might be interested in that piece. The SA will figure out how to sell it if they have to, and they will figure it out. This is why, if you've noticed, a lot of those Louis Vuitton SAs on Instagram, they're always showing you like Python capucines or other Python exotic pieces, because Python is the most like affordable exotic leather. And I know my first luxury piece was a Python piece from Lulu Guinness. It's not that expensive. It was a snakeskin piece. It's not that expensive, okay, to have Python. It is the most affordable exotic leather, even though of course it's still more expensive than normal leather. It is the most affordable one. So even with that, like, they're still going to be able to get a decent commission. Now let's look at the hard-sided pieces. From Virgil's last collection, we have this Cotteville 40, which is a really popular piece. I think it's going to do very well. This is made to order only. It's 12,000 euros in the EU. The commission on this piece, I think, would be like, with those numbers we used, would be about 360 euros. Hello, we just said one Neverfull is $3. You could sell this made to order trunk, which by the way is not going to be hard to sell now for sure, because everyone's so super excited in this collection, and you get 360 euros. It makes more sense to focus on less clients and get more money than to sell to many people and get fewer commissions. Now, some of you could say, well, I mean, why should, you know, for example, some of you could say, well, why should we have to suffer for that? Like, LVMH should change their business strategy. They're not going to change their business strategy because it is a business strategy, okay? It is about making money. They have realized, whoa, we can actually make way more money selling higher priced products to more people, and there are people who are going to buy these items. So let's be clear though on one thing. To my knowledge, the canvas pieces at Louis Vuitton and the leather piece at Louis Vuitton are machine made in terms of the handbags. The exotic pieces are all handmade, okay? That I do know, and that one I have confirmed. Now, again, you know, finding someone to buy an exotic capucine, you know, like for 28,000 euros, that is not going to be easy. But in the Parisian boutiques or the New York stores or the Miami stores, it might not be as hard as you think. Maybe in a month they'll get 3 or 4 people a month who are going to come. Now, bear in mind, they also have people who, I mean, they also have their targets that they need to hit. I told you in one of my previous videos that in another Glassdoor review, someone said that their target was $175,000 a month per SA for their particular boutique. In a group, I saw a number being floated around $200,000 a month to be sold. In an old purse forum thread today, I saw someone say that their SA said they had to sell $500,000 worth of merchandise in December, and this was from a few years ago. So you can see each boutique will have different targets for SAs. Honey, you are not gonna sell $200,000 worth of merchandise or $200,000 yours worth just being canvas. Like an SA who understands, my God, I need to hit that target. They're finding those exotic clients. They're finding those people that are going to buy that 70,000 euro chair, honey. Okay, they're finding the people who are going to buy those $20,000 Louis Vuitton fur coats. Like, and I think ready to wear also, you know, has commission as well. So you can see here that the whole thing about Louis Vuitton being a lifestyle, the SAs are looking for lifestyle customers. Now, there are a lot of you who watch my videos, you love canvas. Some of you are Louis Vuitton VICs, there I said it, okay? And some of you, you know, are like, hey, you know, I want to be a VIC, how do I get there? I think shopping across all categories makes you a great client. I think if you only want to buy canvas, what I would suggest you do is be a client who knows what they want and don't be a serial returner. If you have no interest in the leather pieces, the exotics, the hard-sided pieces, you just want to buy canvas, be that person that business owners love, like me. Buy when you say you're gonna buy, and also don't return items excessively. I want to tell you guys a story. Okay, so in one of my businesses, we do a lot of telephone orders because in Tanzania we don't have like traditional e-commerce like Amazon. Very few people will order things online using their debit card without seeing it in person. It's just not the culture here. People are very frightened and very fearful of the internet and being scammed. So one of our businesses, it's a beauty business and a hair business. We do lots of telephone orders every single day. Now, a while ago, my sales team, and they're all women, my sales team are all women, but they were telling me like, oh my gosh, like we had this client, we're so excited about her. She seems like a whale. She seems like she has tons of money. She said she was gonna order tons of stuff from our brand. She was gonna order hair products. She was gonna order wigs. She was gonna order makeup. Like, they were so excited about her. So normally when I arrive at the office, they'll tell me which kind of whales they've got today or which types of big clients have called and who want to process orders. And then I listen to them, and then we just wait and see if people are going to pay or not. And then they also have their own book of business. The same way a Louis Vuitton SA will have their clients who they send pictures to, right? So anyway, that day I was like, okay guys, you know, good luck, I hope it works out. You know, they were so excited. They were convinced that she was a whale, okay? And a whale, as most of you know, is a casino term. And you know me, I love going to the casino. That's like someone who gambles a lot, is a whale. So they were convinced that she was like a top dog. They thought she was a Herman Melville whale, honey. They were believing in her. Now, I had a bad feeling when they told me something that the client or the potential client had said. She had told them on the phone, like, make sure you process my order, make it lit, you know, like I spend tons of money at all of these boutiques. She name dropped a boutique that's owned by a famous celebrity in Tanzania, and that boutique is very expensive. I was a little bit nervous when she said that because I was like, oh, I don't know about that, because generally speaking, mentioning spend is taboo. It's not just Big H or Louis Vuitton or even my very small business. When you mention spend, you kind of send this signal to the person hearing the message that you're thinking a lot about the money that you spend and you think it's important enough for you to mention it. That was kind of a red flag, but you know, I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer. The girls were so excited. They've been working so hard. My sales team, it's a similar structure to Big H. Their commission is also pooled, so they're incentivized to work as a team. Okay, so I go to a meeting. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I come back to the office towards the end of the day, and it's like death. Okay, it's like the Grim Reaper walked in. Okay, and it's taking everyone to the underworld. It looked just terrible. Everyone looked devastated. I was like, what happened? And it was a bad sign when I saw the delivery rider, because we also have delivery riders who deliver the products to people. So normally what happens is someone will call, they'll put a deposit on the phone and they'll pay over the phone. We don't use debit cards here like that. I do, but most people here don't. And then when the delivery rider arrives, they'll pay off their balance, right? And I asked the delivery rider, I was like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I don't want to talk to you right now. No one wanted to talk to me. So then finally, I'm talking to the sales manager. She tells me what happened, that everything seemed great. She paid her deposit. The delivery rider got there and she got cold feet. She just decided, no. I'm actually just realized I'm going to be spending a ton of money and I feel really guilty about spending this money, so I'm going to cancel the order. And, you know, of course they were devastated because they were so excited about her. They thought she was going to be this big VIP client for them. They thought she was, you know, this great client, and turns out, you know, they thought she was a Herman Melville whale. Okay, turns out she's just a little fishy in a school of fish. Okay. So as you can see from there, had she just called before the delivery rider had left to say, look, actually, I thought I could buy all that stuff, but I can't. I'm really, really sorry. This could have just been averted. Of course, they would have been disappointed, but they were more disappointed that the delivery rider went. They were so excited. They thought it was going to happen, and then the order didn't happen. It fell through. Now, I feel like that's the same thing that these LV essays go through. They get people who make a big deal about buying things like, hey, I'm coming to buy. You buy something, you come back 3 days later, you return it. Now, let me be clear. You can return a defective item. You're allowed to change your mind. What you're not allowed to do, in my opinion, and I don't think that this is cool, okay, because I know how it affects people who work in sales because I saw it that day with my own team. I don't think you can, like, do it constantly. So let's say you're spending, like, every month you're buying something new from Vuitton, or every other month you shop at Vuitton. Try and keep your returns low, because you returning an item directly affects the SA's target for that month. So if someone has to spend, you know, if someone has to, like, generate 200,000 US dollars a month in sales, or 200,000 euros a month in sales, and you spend 10,000 euros, that person's thinking, okay, cool, Kagem spent 10,000 euros, but then you come back 3 days later and you return 8,000 euros worth of stuff. They're like, okay, great, now I have to go back to zero again. You can see here now why the constant serial returners are the people who don't get text back, honey. Okay, your SA is not texting you back. You're like, hey, can I get the new Denim Nano Speedy? She's like, ah, that's only for clients who are not constantly returning. So I think you can see my point. So what is the deus ex machina of my story? Well, let me quickly finish it. So basically, they were devastated. They were so upset. And I had a, Tony Robbins come to Jesus talk with them, saying, listen, don't take it personally. And no one write anything crazy in the comments about my team now, because I'm going to defend them, okay? But they're very professional. They work so hard. And that was what was painful, is they working so hard, But I was like, you know what? Sometimes orders fall through. Sometimes people change their minds, and she's allowed to change her mind. Yes, it's annoying that she made us go through all of that effort to package her goods, and she was like in a very far part of town, and the delivery rider had to go quite far to deliver to her. And basically by that time, she pretty much knew that she wasn't going to buy, but instead of just calling and giving us that courtesy, she didn't, right? So anyway, I was just like, uplifting them and saying, you win some, you lose some, don't take it personally. Let's just focus and find the next whale, and find like a real whale, okay? So then when I was having that come to Jesus talk with them, one of them was like, oh yeah, I remember like one of the real whales we have. And it's this woman who we call her like our church client, because she is a Seventh-day Adventist. She only orders on Saturdays, and she always orders over the phone, always. She'll call and be like, hey, Friday evening, for example, she'll call and be like, hey, I'm going to church on Saturday because Adventists pray on Saturday. Can you deliver it to the church? Okay. And she has never failed us. Anytime she calls, she will always keep her promise. If she says she's buying, she'll buy. And she's not a troublesome client, Now, I have mentioned this before, and I think it's worth mentioning that in Tanzania, you're not allowed to like do refunds, like by the government. Refunds cannot be processed. So that client that day, she probably realized like, oh my gosh, like I'm not actually allowed to process a refund. So I can't spend the money and then a few days later try and return the items, because she knows we would not be able to take them back, right? So she decided to just cancel when the delivery guy got there. Now, this Seventh-day Adventist client of ours, she's one of our personal favorites. Like in the team, they just call her the church client, because she always gets her products delivered at her church on Saturdays, just before she's about to go in, and she's never let us down. So that day, guess what happened? Okay, they called her. They were like, hey, we've got these really cool products, and they sold to her. So in the end, it worked out. Do you know what I mean? But they learned a valuable lesson, that don't believe everything you see. And there are some people who are going to change their minds. And like I say, it's completely fine to change your mind. It's not cool to make people, like, to make your SA, for example, go to all this effort for you to find products for you, and then all of a sudden you cancel your order. All of a sudden you're like, oh, you know what? I don't think I can spend the money. You should really know that before, okay? We're all adults here. The story doesn't end here. A few days later, I get a call from that client. She called my number this time, which is like the management number. She wanted to apologize, okay, for what she put the girls through. She said she tried to call them, they didn't pick up the phone. I was like, well, you know, they're young sales assistants. You can't expect them to, you know, you made us go through a massive effort to deliver tons of products to you, and you didn't buy. And instead of canceling, you canceled when the delivery rider got there. Like, that is very annoying. And she apologized. And to be honest, in a morally bankrupt world where people do not have manners or etiquette, I was like, thank you for apologizing. That shows character. I'm gonna let the team know. I told the team were not interested in her apologies, honey. They wanted their commission. Okay. So I think you get the point that I'm trying to say. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Like I said, because I don't want anyone trying to like be like, hey, you're always defending brands, you're always defending the businesses, blah, blah, blah. No, in this case, I want to defend the essays. And I just want to repeat, because I know there are going to be people who are not going to listen to everything I say. They're going to pick out one thing I said and try and use it against me in the comments, because that happens to me a lot. Listen, you can return a defective item. Please do not be the annoying client in the story that I just shared, okay? Please kind of have an idea, particularly the canvas purchases. Like, I feel like if you're buying those canvas items, have an idea, like, you know, if you tell your SA, hey, I'm coming in on Saturday to purchase a few canvas bits, make sure you really do come in on Saturday. Make sure you don't cancel on the SA, and make sure that you do keep to your word and you buy. If you're going to even go to the trouble to let the SA know that you're going to buy something. If you are unsure, don't contact the SA. Just go in when you feel like it. I think what's really annoying, and I remember that day when I was talking to my sales team, is dealing with people who announce themselves a lot. Hey, I'm going to come that day and buy this. Hey, this day, deliver this to me. Bring this key pouch to me. Bring this, like, you know, what's it called? Bring this Damia Eben, you know, Alma BB to me or whatever, and deliver it to me, or I'm gonna come in and pick it up, and then you're like crickets, okay, it's tumbleweed, and you can't be heard from again. So I think it's just about having that etiquette with the essay, and treat the essay how you would want to be treated, okay? And there's some of you have told me, you know, I have a great relationship with my essay and I can return items all the time. You're not who I'm talking about, because if you have a great relationship, that means you are still a profitable client to your SA. So it's okay for you to return some items that didn't work out for you. SA is not going to be upset about that. But if you are constantly returning things at Louis Vuitton, you're putting pressure on that person. I've already told you, their targets are crazy. I would love to know the targets for the Champs-Elysees boutique. I'm sure it's absolutely insane and completely wild. I bet you it's probably even more than 300,000 euros a month. I'm just guessing. I would love to know. But I've already thrown some numbers which people have shared in Glassdoor reviews. So you can see there that you really need to know what you're doing. If building a relationship is important to you, I would suggest that if for you building a relationship at Louis Vuitton is not important, just use the website. That way you don't have to deal with an essay, and that way you can change your mind frequently. But if you want to build a relationship, just keep in mind that this is someone's job, and people work very, very hard at this. The Louis Vuitton essays, they're expected, you know, to have a social media presence. They're expected to follow up on their top clients. They're expected to have what's called in business, we call it a book of business. My sales team do as well for this telephone order business that we have, this beauty business. Like, each one of them have their top clients that they follow up with, and particularly right now it's Christmas. They're calling all of their old clients like, hey, we have this Christmas deal, we have this, we have that. So be that kind of client that the SA wants to call. And if you're someone who's unsure and you're like, you know what, I just feel like Louis Vuitton make too many defective items for me. Don't over return, by the way, because the Louis Vuitton website could also, you know, B-list you or whatever. But generally speaking, just treat that person's job with respect and treat them with respect. And I think when you treat people with respect, respect gets given back to you, whether you're spending $1,000 per purchase or whether you're spending $100,000 a purchase. I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. So it was just really funny when that client apologized, because when I told the sales team that she felt really bad, I was like, oh, she called me, she feels so bad. They were like, they just looked at me and they were like, please don't talk about her. We just want to talk about whales. Okay. So you guys, you've heard it here first, okay? I'm pretty sure it's the same for Louis Vuitton essays, okay? So just make sure that everyone is treated with the same etiquette and the same respect. I used to do cold call sales, telephone sales on the phone. Sales is work, it's hard, it's not for the faint of heart. I know there are gonna be some of you saying, well, they're not forced to do that job. That's not really the point. they still deserve to work with clients who are not difficult. And yes, by all means return things that are defective, but don't be that annoying person who's constantly returning things. I totally understand why the essays now are focusing on exotics and hard-sided pieces, because even though the exotic and hard-sided clients are few and far in between, particularly the exotic clients, like that has to be someone who generally likes the way that skin looks. Like, you have to like croc, you have to like, frankly, you have to like the way they look in order to purchase it, because some people just can't bear the idea of buying that. In which case, like, finding that person, it's not going to be easy, but eventually those people will be found, the same way you guys who like exotics, you found me, you found your way to me eventually. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I would love to hear your opinions. I know there were some of you who were annoyed at me. I just want to defend the essays a little bit and explain why it's important for you to have an idea. If you're someone who's very unsure, it's probably better for you just to shop on the website. If you're someone who has an essay, make your essay's life easier for them if you're only buying canvas, to know what you're going to buy. But ideally, you should be shopping across all categories. You'd make their life so much easier. You guys, if you like what I'm doing, you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel and hit notifications. A few of you told me you're not getting my notifications. Okay, listen, it's hard out here. Okay, Vlogmas is competitive. So I really want you guys to watch my videos. I don't want you to miss out on my videos because things are getting really great. I have so many great videos planned. Look, I've got my Santa hat on, and I swear, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen I filmed a video for Saturday, and Edwin saw me taking thumbnails, and he came and he was like, I'm gonna like take thumbnails with you. It was so funny. And he was like, this Santa hat just makes you so happy. It puts like this big smile on your face. I was like, stop, because I am not only an Hermes elf, I'm a Louis Vuitton elf. So please make sure you stick around, and please, please, please join my Facebook group. I'm gonna have my luxury Instagram page set up very soon, but join my Facebook group. It's linked below. We're having so much fun in there. I feel like you guys are missing out. It's so much fun. You can post your own scores. Don't be shy. And some of you still don't believe me. The group is completely private. No one outside of the group can see anything you post. I've also posted things which I would never post on here. I've already posted. Those of you who follow, you know what I posted. So please go and join the group and post your own luxury stuff, but it's luxury only. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in my next video.